What's up guys, Mike Thomas, aka the Young Trishula here. So the other day I posted my Brave Dragon Link deck list and I got some comments asking me for the new combos with the deck. So I just want to go through and show you some of the new openers that are possible in the Dragon Link deck, facilitated largely by the Brave card. Let's not waste any time, let's just hop straight into some combos. Okay, so this first combo is going to be when you open Rite of Aramisur and Black Metal Dragon. This is what I would consider probably the simplest combo in the deck, the most standard 2-card combination that you can open that's going to end you on a full board. So you're going to start by activating your Rite of Aramisur, getting your token in Fateful Adventure, normal summoning your Black Metal, and going into Striker Dragon. Then going to trigger all 3 effects. You're going to trigger Striker Dragon, Black Metal, and this Fateful Adventure. I like to put Black Metal on 3 so that we don't immediately lose Fateful to a potential Ghost Ogre. And this is going to get us 3 cards. So keep in mind that we started this combo with only 2 cards, and we have already generated a token, a continuous spell, a Striker Dragon, and then 3 searches. So this is a huge amount of advantage to just start your turn with. You're then going to use your Fateful Adventure to add the Wandering Griffin Rider, the Omni Negate of the Brave package, to your hand, and you are going to discard that Dracoback, the Rideable Dragon. Dracoback will then target in the graveyard to equip itself to the token, and you'll use Wandering Griffin Rider to special summon itself. You can then special summon the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon by banishing that Striker Dragon, using its effect to summon back Black Metal Dragon. Turn those 2 into Romulus, use Romulus's effect, and search Dragon Ravine. Now, this is important. It's very important that we go for Romulus because we do not have Tracer in our hand. We're playing assuming that all 3 other cards in our hand don't do anything for us, which is rarely the case in Dragon Link, but you know, I want to show you guys the combo in its most simplest form, right? So you can then go for Dragon Ravine, pitching that Droplet, dumping your Abzorrouter, getting yourself a Tracer, going Boot Sector Launch, using that Boot Sector Launch to special summon Tracer out, and turn the Romulus and Tracer into a Halki Fibrax. Halki Fibrax is then going to summon out your Red Rose Dragon from deck, taking advantage of the Rose Dragon package that many of you noticed that we were playing in the last list. And you will synchro then your Red Rose Dragon and your Wandering Griffin Rider. Because Wandering Griffin is a level 7 wing beast, you can use it to make Baron de Fleur. Now, because Red Rose was used for synchro material, you can trigger it to special summon Rox Rose from deck. When Rox Rose was special summoned, it is going to search Basil Rose Shoot, which is a monster reborn. Now, from here you have 2 options, and I'm going to go through both lines of play that you can kind of go down. This is really where the combo starts to get very dependent on what your hand looks like, but there are 2 different paths that you can take this combo. So the first one, let's just say that you have absolutely nothing, right? Like you have no way to extend, you're not confident that you're going to mill anything off of Pepega, and you just want to end on a couple negates. So you're going to go for Rox Rose, you're going to go for Pisty. You'll use your Basil Rose Shoot, get back that Rox Rose Dragon, turn your Rox Rose and your Halki Fibrax into Triple Burst, use Pisty to special out that Tracer from your graveyard, turn the Triple Burst and the Pisty into Seals, and then you can use your Tracer effect to pop the Dracoback, the Rideable Dragon, taking advantage of the fact that this was a free discard that then puts itself on the field. Popping that, getting Rocket Synchron from your deck, turning the token and Tracer into your Pepegum, and then you can turn the Synchron and the Hot Red into Hot Red. I obviously didn't mill off of Pepega here because I don't want to influence this, because the idea is that you don't have anything. So let's rewind this and let's now think about what the other play that we could have done was. What that other play would be is you can synchro your Rox Rose and your token immediately into Shooting Riser Dragon. You can use Shooting Riser Dragon to send Fairy Tale Snow from your deck to the graveyard, effectively treating Shooting Riser Dragon as a Lavavel Chain or as a Curious, and then you can turn that Shooting Riser into a Guard Dragon Pisty, use your Basil Rose Shoot, special back Rox Rose Dragon, and then you can go into Triple Burst from there. Pisty will then get you back the Rocket Tracer, and you'll go for Seals. Now you can use your Rocket Tracer effect to special out Recharger and go for Pepega. Now, this is where it becomes important to know why you might want to diverge between these 2 lines. Personally, I think setting up the Fairy Tale Snow is really good. I think that this card is so powerful. I think personally that it's probably stronger than ending on a Scythe in this format, just in my mind. The problem here is that if you do not have an extender, so say you don't have an extender in your hand, you're forced to try and mill one off of the Pepega so that you can set up into an IP Masquerena. Because if you can get an IP Masquerena on the field, you can then trigger this Fairy Tale Snow twice. Now, I'm just going to mention this just as a general remark, is that in both of these combo lines, if you are able to find an extender off of your Chaotic Magical, if you're able to get an extender, then you are almost always able to end on an IP Masquerena on top of everything else. So remember how on that last combo we ended on a hot red? If we find an extender off of our Pepega, if we had an extender on our hand, we would be able to upgrade that end board to IP Masquerena plus hot red Baron Seal. So let's just see if we mill. Oh, would you look at that? We hit a Wyver Burster. We are going to special summon that Wyver Burster, and there is the IP Masquerena. This would be our board if we find an extender. The next combo that I want to show off is what happens when you draw Red Rose Dragon plus Rite of Aramiser. And the reason I want to show this off is because a lot of people who are testing out the Dragon Link Brave deck are testing Red Rose Dragon as one of your normal summons in the deck, and I just want to go and show kind of what the combo looks like when you open just Red Rose and Aramiser, again assuming that we have no other extenders in our hand. So we're gonna go Rite of Aramiser, get our Fateful Adventure, normal summon the Red Rose Dragon, and on this normal summon we're gonna trigger Fateful Adventure. Now it's important to know that we're not holding Fateful Adventure for when we get the Striker Dragon on this line, which is different than what we would do on the standard route. So immediately we're going to use that Fateful Adventure, pitch the Dracoback Steed and equip it, get our Wandering Griffin Rider, and we are going to reveal it, special summon it, and then synchro immediately for our Baron de Fleur. So we do get a negate out very quickly. Again, we're going to use our Red Rose Dragon to get Rox Rose for Basil, and then we are going to go for Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon will get us Boot Sector launch, and then we'll go Basil Rose Shoot. You can then turn Basil Rose and the Rox Rose into Romulus. Romulus will get you Dragon Ravine. We'll go Dragon Ravine, pitch that Droplet, dump Absol Router, grab Tracer, use Boot Sector, special Tracer, and then like you have several options as to what you can do here. Here I'm just going to go for Pepega and try and mill 5. I think that going straight for the Pepega is probably one of the safer plays that you can make in this situation because it conserves the most number of resources. However, you could also, I don't think I show it on this replay, but I think you could also, go for a Pisty and then turn the token plus Romulus into Triple Burst and then reborn the Tracer like you would have in previous combos. At this point, it really comes down to what the cards in your hand are and what cards you find off of your Pepega, because otherwise you're just going for a seal and you're passing. Personally, I like going for the Pepega because when I play Dragon Link, I like to give myself as many options as possible. You can a lot of the time find something really strong, give yourself a lot of follow-up. As you can see here, we hit a Ghost Ogre, that's a hand trap, and then we milled our Fairy Tale Snow. We also milled a Red MD, which is a great extender. So I like going for the Pepega in this situation. However, if you don't feel confident in that, you could also have gone for a Seal plus Savage Dragon in this situation off of Red Rose plus the Aramiser. I don't show it off, but I did want to mention that. Now for this last combo, I want to show off what happens when you again open the Red Rose plus Aramiser, but this time you have the Tracer in your hand as well. So you're going to go Aramiser, start off just as we did last time, getting that Draco back, using the Draco back to get yourself that Wandering Griffin Rider. You can use Griffin Rider again, special summon it out, go for Baron, special out Rox, use Rox, get Basil, go for your Striker Dragon now, get your Boot Sector launch, go for Basil Rose, and then you can synchro off, interestingly, for your Shooting Riser Dragon. You can use Shooting Riser Dragon to mill your Fairy Tale Snow, which, as mentioned before, I think is probably one of the strongest plays in this deck. I've found in my testing that games that I dump Fairy Tale Snow, I tend to do much better than the games I don't dump Fairy Tale Snow, so I would prioritize it personally. Then you can link those two off into Halky Fibrax, use Halk to summon either a Ghost Ogre or a Rocket Synchron. I'm going to use Ghost Ogre here just to show that any tuner work off of Halky Fibrax. It doesn't have to be your Rocket Synchron. Then you can special summon that Tracer out of your hand, go into Pisty, go for your Triple Burst, Pisty for your Tracer, get the Seal again, use Tracer to pop, and you go for your Recharger. Then you can either go for, again, Pepega plus Savage. The key difference here is that because we already have access to our Tracer. We did not have to use our Rocks Rose to go into our Romulus. As you might notice, we did not summon it, we did not go for it. So because we already had access to this Tracer, we could ignore part of the combo, and we were actually able to use that Rocks Rose towards going for a Shooting Riser Dragon rather than anything else. And then from there, we are able to do the exact same thing that we did last time and just set up a nice board. This time we have the Snow for follow-up, and as you can see, I just milled 5. We did find an extender. We found the White Dragon again, and we can just go straight for our IP Masquerena. Thankfully, it's Wyver Bursters, so we get a free extra card. There's other things we could do here too, and we are once again ending on a negate, seals, IP, with Snow, with Chaotic Magical follow-up, lots of cards. Now, these obviously are not the most that this deck can do. These are just very simple, straightforward combos, but I did just want to share a few of these with you guys just to kind of give you an idea of some of the basic starting routes that this deck can take. Hopefully that helps some of you guys in learning the deck. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.